All right, Schlockmeister fans, from the Ozploitation Rarities Volume 3, we're going to watch something called SCOBIE Malone. Let's check it out. SCOBIE Malone.
SCOBIE Malone. SCOBIE Malone. Everything's swinging in the world.
Our movie starts with SCOBIE Malone. He's a police detective and he's with some chick.
The other night.
At the opera.
And a woman has died at the Sydney Opera House. The woman's name was Helga, and she was murdered, actually.
Somebody picked her out $100 million too.
Maintenance man found her. Shook him up quite a bit.
Present if you know what I mean.
A lot of the movie is told in flashback. We see what happened to Helga or who she was. She was having an affair with various people, including like the Australian Minister of Defense or Minister of something.
Then let's laugh together about a robe as a bonus for her.
But she's not above taking scandalous photos of him.
Not nearly as much as you imagine.
Erase the difference, he said.
Detective SCOBIE Malone is on the case.
No spinsters retreat.
The actor Jack Thompson.
Go phone in. Ask Inspector Fulmer for the full treatment on this place, square inch by square inch.
Right. Found a 90-minute wastebasket. A check torn to pieces. Made out to Helga Brand, proprietor.
She had herself incorporated.
Hard to say.
You like jigsaw puzzles, Constable?
They interviewed that
Same Helga
minister
Brand.
guy, foreign minister,
Right question to ask a politician.
and his wife.
I mean, person.
Brand. Do we know Helga Brand, darling?
A few.
I think I have the answer.
The wife admits to knowing her.
Helga Brand. It rings a bell. She was a model, wasn't she?
She's covering for him.
I knew about her. I think she's been murdered.
Omar, when you get
One
upstairs,
day they return home to
Don't
find
mention
her.
me.
I'll
let her
handle it, Omar.
I hadn't expected this pleasure. Aren't you going to introduce us? I'm Helga Brand. Really? I've come on some unfinished business with Walter. Tell her, dear.
Blackmail.
She wants money.
As they continue their investigation, Scobie finds the camera.
About a pad so slick and clean.
You.
Me?
You, darling. You're the one who saw it, and you owe him money. That is great. Anyone who owes
Helga
you
was scheming with lots
I
of
can
men.
deposit his goons. $100,000, my darling.
This is a director, a
Think
film
of what we
director.
could have.
You're a detective on
She tries to get him to
But not
blackmail
everyone has the
a
evidence.
drug dealer.
And you do. I do. I was on Bixby's back. Blackmail, eh? That's the business. God.
The drug dealer brings in his thugs and basically turns down this guy's offer.
Just don't hurt her.
Hurt her. So Delilah gave Samson the backbone to try this fast. Larceny, prostitution, extortion, gambling, violence, murder. Well, the tools of the trade.
Later on, the drug dealer
Here
gets
am I
questioned
telling
too.
the truth to him. I kicked Jack Savannah out in his backside and sent her a message saying it would be a good idea for her to get out of town. Even sent her the fare.
Send it where?
Bird's nest in the
At one point,
With trashy money, I hope.
the minister's wife came with a check for the negatives and the pictures.
Enjoy it, dear. Shall. Right, Berlin. $1,000? Enough to get you to Melbourne or Adelaide or Perth or some other place you may choose. There'll be a like amount when you prove you've set it. The price is $20,000. That's all you're going to get. Who the fuck are you?
Troublemaker, ain't you?
Helga's some sort of
job, you and that
actress or
Savannah.
something with the Sydney
I
Opera.
know you. You're from that fishing trawler. Your name is...
I didn't come to mag, just with a message. It says to get out of town.
Well, Helga's not swayed by the thug, but when she realizes he means business, she takes off and the chase is on. Which ultimately leads to her demise. Blackmail continues.
Where did you get these?
I was thinking of taking a trip out of town, but I'm a bit short of brass. So I'll let you off easy for 20,000. Keep them. I've got 2 more strips of negatives, just as juicy.
My pearls broke.
Wife eventually comes clean.
I had to get down on my hands and knees before that whore and tried to collect them.
They got into a fight and she lost some of her pearls.
Ticket.
He agrees to pay him.
Look much, does it? You'd reckon it'd make a file Jack Rice couldn't come back. Never saw 20 grand in cash before. Sound carries over what you want.
I said, give me the negatives and go away.
I think I might hang on for a while.
What the hell do you mean?
You know what I mean.
And that's the end of him. Malone plays a tape of the minister admitting his involvement with her.
Threatened with blackmail, that's a possible motive.
But he denies the murder.
At the beginning, he denied even knowing.
The sound of the crunch of metal against bone will haunt me for the rest of my life.
It's a terrible thing, Walter, what you've done.
Foreign minister feels remorse.
It might be the end. It might be over for us at last.
Yes, Mr. Premier, I do have a doubt.
He's brought in for questioning.
I think Mr. Hellerden killed Bixby. I'm not so sure he killed Helga Brand.
Well, now, who do you think could have killed her?
It would appear to be Bixby.
Scobie Malone reflects on the case, and then we see what I'm guessing is a flashback. Is it possible that he knew Helga?
That's what's out.
He gets yelled at.
If you were embarrassed, you've no one but yourself to thank. Not only did you allow yourself to become emotionally involved, against which I fruitlessly warned you, but you then went on to deliberately violate correct police procedure. The minister will offer his resignation on the grounds of ill health, which will be accepted with regret. It will be announced that he's quitting politics and that he and Mrs. Hellerden will be taking a long vacation in Europe.
Will it also be announced that the case gets a big political cover-up?
No, sir, no.
He's suspended for 90
I won't
days.
forget it. But I made a mistake. As you said, a bad mistake. And I could never live with my conscience. Never, sir. Unless I stand up to my punishment like a man. I'll see you at the end of my 90 days.
All right, let's talk about the movie Scobie Malone. I will say right off the bat, I wasn't expecting a lot from this film, but I was pleasantly surprised. I rather enjoyed Scobie Malone. This is some weird, obscure Australian flick. In fact, it comes from this box set here, Ozploitation Rarities, Volume 3. I've already reviewed all the films on Volumes 1 and 2, so because they keep pumping them out, I keep buying the damn things. But anyway, this movie is kind of a police action, I don't know, thriller, I guess you could say, from 1975. It's involving this woman named Helga who was blackmailing people. She was kind of a prostitute, kind of like an opera actress or something like that. And she was sleeping around with multiple people and important people. One was like this cabinet minister from somewhere in Australia, and he's the most high-profile one. Well, eventually she takes some pictures of them while they're making love, and she decides to blackmail him for $20,000. In fact, she shows up at their house, and the wife is a little taken back, but it sounds like the wife kind of knows what the husband does from time to time. She demands $20,000. At one point, the wife actually goes to Helga's apartment or house or whatever the hell it was, and gives her a check for $1,000 and said, "This is all you're going to get. Now give me those negatives. Give me the pictures." Well, she rips up the check because she says, no, $20,000 is what I want. And they have a little confrontation. Later on, Helga is discovered dead. In fact, she's actually discovered dead in the very beginning of this film, and the rest of the film is kind of told in flashback. So we see Helga's story. Well, she's involved with this film director who she says, you should try to blackmail this drug dealer. And there's this boat captain named Bixby who runs drugs for the drug dealer. There's just a lot of stuff going on here. And Scobie Malone is the police detective who's trying to figure out who murdered her. Ultimately, we do see her murder. It turns out it was this guy named Bixby, who was like this boat captain who was running drugs for the drug smuggler. Because, again, she was trying to blackmail everybody, or even get her boyfriends to blackmail people. Ultimately, Bixby ends up with the photos of Helga with the minister, the cabinet minister, and he goes to the cabinet minister and demands $20,000, which he does pay. They meet on a boat, and then when he says, you know what, I'm going to keep the negatives for a while, then the cabinet minister hits him with this giant wrench, knocks him in the water, kills him. So that ends that. Now Scobie's going after 2 murders. Eventually he figures out, he's pretty sure that Bixby probably killed Helga, which is true, but he thinks that the cabinet minister killed Bixby, which is also true. But he can't really prove any of it, but he's pretty darn certain of it. And then basically Scobie's boss tells him, we're going to hush this thing up. It's a cover-up. And the cabinet minister is going to announce his retirement due to health reasons. It's going to be accepted, and that's that. And Scobie puts up this big fuss. Well, you know, what if Helga hadn't been some lowly prostitute type person? You know, are there different rules for cabinet ministers, that sort of thing? And then we see a flashback, and it appears that Scobie Malone had bumped into Helga at one point, and they had some sort of relationship. So maybe that's why he's so invested in this case. Turns out he was right all along. Well, he throws such a fit that his boss suspends him for 90 days. And the last scene in the movie, he calls him up and says, hey, Scobie, I was wrong. Heat of the moment, you're not suspended. Just come on back. But Scobie's like, nope, I'm going to serve my sentence for 90 days. I'll see you then in 3 months. And meanwhile, he's hanging out at his apartment where topless sunbathers are allowed to bathe. There you go. That's our movie. So that is Scobie Malone. Again, I don't know how popular this movie was in Australia or has ever been. Turns out the actor, Jack Thompson, had done 2 really good films in a row, or at least had done really well in the box office. So they thought Scobie Malone would too, but it didn't. And it flopped. And again, I don't know enough about Australian cinema to know what's going on there. But is this an obscure film over there? My guess is yes. I don't think it ever had any release over here in the United States. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know. If it did, it was probably very small. Nobody's ever heard of this movie. I never heard of this movie until I got lovely Exploitation Rarities Volume 3. So there you go. You can get this. Various places are selling it. Amazon, eBay, Diabolik. It's got 2 other movies on here that I'll be reviewing soon. One is called Empty Beach. The other one is called Goodbye Paradise. Never heard of them either. But anyway, that's it. I think you can get this thing for maybe $75-$80 or so. And again, Scobie Malone, it's not a bad film. I would definitely recommend checking it out. So leave some comments. Let me know if you've seen this thing, which I highly doubt anybody will. But let me know. It's Scobie Malone. Watch it if you can. Bye.